Good evening, everyone. Good evening. How are we all? Just getting a few final little preps done, and then we shall be with you. I hope you're all well. Hope you're all tickety-boo. I'll be live very, very soon. Final little... The wizard is never late, nor is he early. He always means to arrive precisely when he means to. Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to you all. Hope you're all tickety-boo. Thanks very much for joining. I just saw the message from Bearded Frog saying that was late. I'm thinking of about 30 seconds. I'll give you that. How are you doing, anyone? I hope you're well. Hope you're tickety-boo. Hope you're fabulous. Hope you've had a good week wherever you've been, whatever you've been doing. Here we are with some EVERSPACE 2. But, yes. Where did the music go? The music just disappeared, didn't it? It should be back. Hopefully you can hear the music. Anyway, here we are. Another stream. Looking at, obviously, all things EVERSPACE 2. But also, we've got some changes coming up. Maybe you did see some of the posts that I put up in the Discord. We do have some changes coming. We're going to be doing the normal Q&A sections as we're going through, so if you are going to have any questions, please ping them into all the different chats. We'll try and work through them. Lee's going to be collating all those for us as we transgress through these few hours. We're going to be talking about things that are happening, things that are kind of changing, and also a little difference, which I'll talk about in a little bit regarding indie studios. So yes, we'll have a little look-see. But we're going to crack on with our usual hard playthrough. You guys know that I've been fairly miserably with some of these. But you know, we've got to keep going. We've got to keep going. But yeah, if you want to tag RFG_Lee in the chat, he can see those, and then he'll collect the questions, and I'll try and answer them as best I can. Also, if you do have any other questions that maybe Michael might jump in on, because we have got the CEO of Rockfish Games with us again. Thank you very much for joining us, Michael, on a Friday evening. Please do. See, there we go, Flory. Always good. Anything in doubt, a reload of a web page always works. Right, let's get loaded up. Stream save, hard 2. We're at the home base at Rodia 2. So, let's get on with it, shall we? Let me just move that over there so I can see that. Oh, the real estate. Got it all over the place. I tell you. Right. So yeah, if you do have any questions, please holler. Let's have a look where we're up to with this. So X marks the spot. I've got to open the jump gate rather to Kite Nebula. It can be a bit problematic, that one. I did have an issue, even though I'm on level 15, it is level 17. Just got to be careful. Union, signal decoder, just catching up with everything that we've got. So yeah, let's have a little so we've got Vault Worthy 5 stops away. We should really probably head back to Kato Palace and do some stuff. Yeah. To be honest with you, Bearded Frog, I know you just mentioned about the racing challenge. I haven't practiced at all, so I may not get around to it. We've got a lot to get through, and yeah, if I can, I can, but I'm not promising it. Not promising it. Right, so I think we'll do, yeah, we'll go to Kato Palace. I think it'll be a good start. Here we are, flying along in our trusty Sentinel. Look, there's Terrine's ship hanging out. Lovely. Right, let's get jumped away. I think I need to practice a bit more because I don't want to fail it. I don't want to keep failing it.
We have received a one-way transmission.
We've got a one-way transmission again.
Identifiable source.
Is it Fallon Pango playing games?
Is it Fallon Pango? Now, if you remember when we were playing through it the last time, I did get this activated. Unfortunately, what I didn't do is I didn't actually save my game. So I was a little bit behind, so I've I had to just catch up a bit more with this game save. But anyway, here we go. We're not far behind. So this is the kickoff of the early retirement, which, if you've played through the Titans DLC, then you know that is how all things start. But we're going to Kato Palace anyway, so perfect tie-in. Yeah, to be fair, I think it was a fluke. I really do think it was a fluke. The racing challenges are tough. I mean, we kind of upped the ante a little bit with a little bit of difference, should we say, by using the bomber, you know, and all manner of weird things. Where do we need to? We actually want to be going to Prescott, don't we? Let's head there. Come on, let's go there. Inertia dampeners off is always tough, so if you ever try it, it can be a very, very good flight mechanic, but we do consider it to be one of the more difficult ones, hence why we don't have the button to turn the inertia dampeners on and off selected by default.
Can you tell me anything else about my other iterations?
Because we wouldn't want people to get caught out with that. We have had a few issues where people have accidentally, you know, bound a key and then slip sliding all over with semi-Newtonian kind of physics, and it gets very, very difficult.
Which could be considered a level of social engagement, which was beyond most of your earlier self-centered iterations.
I gotta love him.
Okay.
He's the best. He's the best. Right, let's crack on across to Prescott. As we try and get through these levels as well, similar to how Eric was doing it, we might have to take some kind of side challenges, side missions, etc. Just to kind of beef up our levels a little bit, because the higher you stack into the levels in difficulty, you can sometimes have a little bit of an issue. Just a little bit of an issue, but we'll see. We'll see.
Somebody doesn't want to be found.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. Right, I'll tell you what we're going to do is we are going to head down. I'm trying to remember where... Oh, actually, let's go visit the black market dealer just to see what they've got. Sometimes it's just nice to pop in and see what they have in their shop. Okay, recharge, Zarkov, Sito. Okay, we do need dark matter. High cargo dispatcher. Not something I'm really probably going to use, but you can see hangar size. I do need all the support I can help. Yeah, all I can muster. That's moral support and you know, help within the game. But I'm sure you guys, I've got to shout out to some of you guys that absolutely blitz through the game. You know, we do put quite a few difficulties in there, and you just blow it away. You really do, to be fair. And you actually surprise members of the dev team. I do show what people are what you've come up with, and they are actually super impressed, because we have some good pilots on the team. I know Jan is a particularly good pilot, and whenever I kind of highlight what you guys have done, even he's like, yeah, that is good. So yeah, we haven't really got anything here that we want. Let's just do the early retirement from here. Search for the entrance to the core. Further up, isn't it? Hang on, we don't want to be through here. We want to be along. There's Vault Worthy, which I've already been doing. Nope, we're definitely not doing the racetrack. Let's go. Let's just go find this waypoint. Let's get on. Okay, it's through there, isn't it? There we go. Through here. We're flying along. Right, let's get that locked and loaded.
Who are you, and how did you know to contact me?
Call me Cardenas. I have access to records of your work with Commissioner Hawk.
Do you work for her?
For her? No. What I'm about to tell you can't be shared.
Ooh,
even with
can't
the
be
crew
shared.
assembled at Rhodia 2.
How do you know about Rhodia?
It's my duty to know what happens in the DMZ. Do you recall the dreadnoughts that served in the Okar War?
Aren't they all retired now?
The CFS Minokawa was the last in service, scheduled to be dismantled at a shipyard in the core systems. It was hijacked en route.
Someone hijacked a Colonial Fleet dreadnought? How?
A man on the inside, the ship's executive officer, Noah Patel, passed the access codes to an outside group. But the brain behind the hijacking is a known terrorist.
Known terrorist. Terrorist.
I've never heard of that known terrorist.
Nope.
People like me ensure you don't. The good news is, many of the Minokawa systems had already been removed for decommissioning, including the
Good evening, everyone. Anyway, thank you for those that are joining us. Hope you're all well. Hope you're fabulous.
Gautier and Patel took the ship into the DMZ, where the Colonial Fleet can't pursue.
Because that would break the treaty with the Okar. Look, I'm one guy with a fighter. I can't take down a dreadnought, even if it's unarmed.
I don't expect you to destroy it. I've shared the Minokawa schematics with your hive. You
the
and the
Minokawas.
other freelancers I've hired will disable its 2 interstellar drives. Our goal
That's
is
very
contained
handy.
at Roslin. I know you have the lifetimes of experience required. The last reported position of Minokawa was in Zarkov. Head there. I'll contact you and my other freelancers when it's sighted again.
There we go. So that's the kickoff of that little mission there. Obviously to deal with the dreadnought. I don't think we're ready to...
Am I to assume we face yet another threat to the peace?
Yes,
of the
we
DMZ?
do, Hive. Everything's going
For
wrong.
it this time. You should have received schematics for a Colonial dreadnought.
They were quite rudely shoved into my datascape. Do you know how unnerving it is to suddenly have a memory that wasn't there a moment before?
Yeah, I do. You don't get used to it.
You don't get used to it. Well said, Adam. Well said, Adam. Right. There. So let's have a little look here as well. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Jobs. Okay, so we've got some that we might want to do. Volatile goods. That's always a fun one. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take on a few of these, I think. Just to bring some... Oh, destroying the base is always good as well. We like that one. We like that one. Ramen deliveries. They can be fun. If you're into that kind of thing. So what we'll do is we'll just do those for the time being. Actually, we're going to pick up another one. Because we need to do the 3. So let's just do one more. Before we fly off. We might actually do one of the ramen ones. That are... Some people do find them difficult because of the wobbly nature. They're not too shabby. Right.
Gotta be careful to not destroy any of the drones.
Indeed.
Or I won't get paid much.
I think I can see the questions coming in. I will get to them roughly like we normally do around the half-hour mark, and we'll have a little answer of as many as we can. Right, off we go.
Let's find the sweet spot between fast and careful.
Fast and careful. Do. Yeah, there we go. Boink. Yum. There we go. Right,
Let's
next.
take care of the next delivery.
Wow, it's over there. Up we go, little drone. Wibble wobble. Jelly on a plate. There we go. Hello, who put that thing there? There we go. We're in. I wouldn't like to say exactly what we're actually delivering. I can imagine it's totally legal merchandise, knowing Kato.
Let's make the next delivery.
It's perfectly fine, I'm sure. It's definitely, yeah, absolutely ramen. It might be ramen by a different name, but it's definitely ramen. Ooh, hello, this is a fun little one, isn't it? There we go, boink. There we go. Unloading in time. Excellent.
The job.
Cool.
You can always be counted on, Mr. Roslin. Credits are in your account.
Excellent. I see. We got some renown as well. Renown on the molecular level. Yeah, you know. I'm sure that's all that Mr. Kato is sending around.
I suppose I should thank
honestly,
you for getting Clockwork out of that mess.
You should, but will you? You must have a soft spot.
Definite soft
You
spot.
went right over your uncle's head for her.
It's none of your beeswax. Besides, I can't have a broad cramp in my style.
As if you have style to cramp. Look, Daryl, I'm a busy guy. What is it you want?
We have an access code for the central database at Zarkov Border Control, which can prove very valuable to us.
This access code, I take it that's what Clockwork stole, which brought the O-card down on her?
You're catching on. If we could see the database, we could track and divert any shipment in the system.
He's dodgy as Daryl.
Remove some undesirable
It's just like his uncle.
competition from the picture to cripple the supply networks. You get me?
Yeah, get me.
So, what is it you're asking me to do? Will there be trouble waiting for me on the other end again?
It'll be in and out.
That's exactly what you said last time.
Never trust anything that Daryl says
I'll
to you.
make it worth your while.
Oh, Mr. Kato. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. Lee's definitely right. Reputable businessman, a cornerstone of the community.
Why can't he go himself?
Yeah, I wonder why. I don't know why I'm doing this, to be honest.
Like all the other mercs for the creds, I
For the
imagine.
creds.
I'm Adam, by the way.
I don't care.
She's great as Clockwork. She's absolutely great. Right, let's do the 5 stops away. It's a little bit below our level, but still good. Worth the credits. Good evening, everyone. All you people that are just coming in. Tell her how you doing. Dan Locke, Briggs. Hello. Good evening. Hope you're well. Hope you're fabulous. I see what you say there, a bit of frog. It'd be neat if you could gamble at Kato's Palace. I think if Kato's anything to kind of go by in his reputation, I suspect that the odds of you winning would be seriously stacked against you. I really do. I'm not saying he'd rig them or anything, but I just think that your chances of winning would be very, very low. Right, here we go. This is one of the interesting environments because people sometimes do get lost in here, and it is a kind of intentional design. You know, space and various places does have these different kind of anomalies that you have to traverse around. And this can be a little bit problematic to always find your way around. Now, one of the things that you can do and can utilize is putting one of those down, a little marker, which is very, very handy, so you know where you should head. Now, also, we do give, especially in this environment, certain visual markers already, which you'll find probably as we go around here. There's like beacons for various things, but if you do find that you're kind of losing your way a little bit, just use one of these. And on PC anyway, it's the plus key on your numpad. And another rest location, well spotted, Florrie. Yeah, absolutely. Right, let's crack on with this one. Let's see how this one's going to fare.
Mark the terminal we need to access.
Let's find
May
it.
I remind you that by associating with these people, you further risk exposure to the Okar authorities.
Yes.
I am uncertain as to how much longer we can keep your
Okay,
activities
hi.
concealed.
Okay, yeah, we get it.
Go ahead and remind me all you want. I'm carrying this through. Besides, I'm kind of curious about what Daryl and Clockwork are up to.
Indeed.
Undoubtedly something underhanded, in which they are playing you for a stooge.
I think there's something more to it.
Right, let's crack on this terminal and see what happens. Hack, 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 and hack a bit more.
Hey, Clockwork, I'm uploading the code.
Okay, let's see what we can get.
So, am I done here?
Scrap. Don't think so. Stop right there. You do not have the required permission for this access.
Do you not
You
have
kidding
them?
me?
Yeah, you kidding me?
The code was outdated. We've set off the alarm.
Yeah, I can see that. They got incoming all around me.
Give me a minute. I'll shut it off.
You do that. I'm just gonna be here trying to stay alive.
Result.
I really need to up my ability for the shields. Oh, thank you. There. Save it.
Still among the living?
Still among the
Why?
living.
You were worried about me?
Yeah, sure, but don't let it go to your head. And hey, since you're not dead, I've got an idea.
Lucky me.
Got an
You
idea.
know what's even better than access codes? Security codes. And you know who has security codes up the wazoo?
Security ships? Like the kind that just got blown up all around me?
Hey, you're not as dumb as Daryl said you were.
There's a certain irony there, isn't there? There is a certain irony. Daryl is saying that you're a bit dumb.
What do you think, Hive? Is this any good?
This is a high-security mainframe component. It may contain sensitive information.
Sounds like it might. Hey, Clockwork, I got something.
Transmit it my way. Let's see
Don't
what I
worry,
can
Tyler Hart.
extrapolate.
I'm sure I'll forget later on. I was actually hoping it would
Hold on.
come up for use because I thought I was getting a bit surrounded there. Shields were going down. I
Still
thought
on track.
I need to hit that G
Patch
key.
it through. Hive, mark the terminal that matches the code's identification number.
Already done.
This is too easy.
It's almost like we've got a reputation. Right. Okay, we're just going to go over there. Now I'm just going to throw in... Tell you what, we're going to put in a combat there. A little combat drop. Whoop, no. What's he seeing you there? Boost, boost. There we go. Okie dokie. So, another little battle inbound. Whirlwind. Another terminal. Let's get it hacked. Whoop.
Uploading code to the security terminal now.
Hold it! You don't have the required permission for this access.
Oh, give me a break. Another alarm?
Yeah, sorry. That was my bad.
I got more security ships on my ass.
Then pull up your britches and deal with it.
Wow.
Keep 'em busy while I download all the shipment data.
Okay. Right, let's get these done.
Well executed.
Oh, come on, way all the way. Come on, you. Thank you.
Piece.
And I have full access to the Zarkov border control database. A cakewalk.
Easy for you to say. Anyway, mind telling me what the hell that was all about?
We must change the codes every now and again, so the first didn't work. Not my problem.
No, my problem. So why did the second alarm go off?
I did that to cover for the actual hack. Now that the second attack was simulated, the security code is still valid. Anyway, you fret too much. Bad for your health. See you around?
No, you're bad for my health. She's gone.
I love how people are kind of dissing on me because I've used an ultimate twice.
I am pleased to inform you of new listings on the job board for your consideration.
There'll be times when I don't use it at all. I'm just making up for those times. Cool, there we go. Now obviously we can venture around here as well to find some secrets and stuff, but you know, we need to head back, probably back to Prescott, ideally. Let's see if we can kick this on a little bit. Oh dear, there we go. So yeah, if you do have any more questions, do fire them in. We're more than happy to answer them in a little smidge. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's one of my jobs, isn't it? That is one of the jobs. Let me just go to there. Just bear with me. Right, one thing, I'm just going to change one of my settings because I am playing on windowed full screen, but I just want to go to windowed just temporarily onto there. There we go. Right, let's just get that on the go. Let's just do this.
We have arrived at the provided coordinates.
Okay. So, we've got to destroy communications, fuel tanks, energy coils, turrets, bomb throwers, etc., etc. Ideally, I'm going to avoid that if I can help it. Sniper drone, really? Come on. Give me a break. I just want to get rid of these up. Bomb thrower. Yeah, you all the way as well. Thank you. Anyway. Yeah, I run a 3080 Ti. I know some people do actually ask what do I actually run. I'm more than happy to tell people. Yeah, but yeah, 3080 Ti GPU. Come on, wait. Hello. Oh, you send out friends, haven't you? That's not very nice, is it? That's not very nice. Overload again. Look, 3 times. 3 times in one stream. What's the world coming to? I'm practicing or something. You feel some power. Let's go. Let's just turn that off. Right, bomb thrower. Will you spit out a bomb? Thank you. In my general direction. Oh, hello. Got friends coming now, haven't I? Boink. Boink. Oh, it's that thing. It is that thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, upload runs. Fair enough. Yeah, coming to play. If in doubt, use some rockets. Yes, that's always fun. Ooh, big bones. There we go. Love it. Right, so we need to destroy a few more things. Scrap metal, and you guys keep spawning. Out. A little bit of death.
Made it.
Made it. Why do you have to sound so shocked, Adam? Okay, right, there's the communications tower. Energy coil. And you can see once we get down to the last few, we did make a change quite a while back actually, so that things were highlighted. So when you're down to the last couple items, it will highlight. Oh, you can be nice to shelter of that.
Target destroyed.
Target destroyed. And so boom.
I completed that job for you.
Mr. Kato will be pleased.
There we go. Excellent. Right, let's just do that. Claim rewards. Cruise booster. Wah. We'll claim it. We'll claim it. Ramen. We'll claim that as well. Hitman still to do, which is the next one on there. Right, let's just check on the time. Perfect. Right on the money. Right on the money. So yeah, if you got any questions that you need answering, I'll try and answer them. If not, I will follow up with you either on the Discord or Steam, wherever you are. So let's have a little look. See, we've got a few here. Right, Bearded Frog. Obviously, you were asking earlier if we were going to do the racing challenge. Maybe if I get time, I might be able to do it. We'll have to wait and see on that one. And then following up with Bearded Frog again. So with Eric now moved on, if Gary has something come up and can't make a stream, will they just cancel for an hour, or is there going to be someone that fills in for me? Now, just to answer that one, obviously Eric has left the team. I'm sure he's going to be appearing from time to time. We have a lot of love and respect for Eric. He's been wonderful to work with. Now, specifically in terms of the streams, then yes, it may be the case that we don't have the stream if, for example, I'm not available. There's not many on the team that can jump in and just do that. In the future, that may change. Who knows? However, in the interim, yeah, if I'm unavailable, then generally, yeah, the stream would be cancelled. We try and make it up to you at some point. Obviously, if I mean, when I'm back, I could do a Discord stream just in case anybody was missing anything. But overall, yes, we would probably cancel them. Excelsior over on YouTube again. Are there plans to expand item icons? Initially, it wasn't a problem that some items shared this same icon, but with all the new set items, finding specific gear in the inventory is not easy. Now, I have brought this up with the team before in regards items. Now, obviously, when you look at the autonomous set there with the Genesis barrier, you can see just in the bottom left-hand corner, they've got their little green icon just to, basically say that that's part of that. Now, I've obviously got the 2, which is quite handy. So I may put those on just for the bonus. Same with the blue there for the rogue set. Now, when I brought it up with the team, it's been something that they would consider, but I don't think it's likely to happen. There's a few issues with making these work. I know it just looks like adding a few extra dots, etc., but I don't think the team are going to venture down that path. That could change though. Okay, I'm not going to say without a shadow of a doubt that will never happen, but I know when I've spoken to Tease, who does a lot of work on the UI and the UX kind of department, it's probably not something that we are going to do on this one. But again, I will keep mentioning it. I will have words and discussions around that as we do. And just to point out, I know a lot of people will maybe coming up with ideas. We've seen a few on the Discord of late as well, where people were asking, oh, can this feature be added? Can this? I will take those on board. It's my job as a community manager to listen to what you guys are saying and then to put those opinions across to the team. Now, as been said, and we always say this, it is not a guarantee that those things are going to happen or be changed or be implemented. It's just that we'll have that conversation. There's got to be a certain value in dev time and what it will bring to the game. Some things are easy to change, some things are more difficult. They need planning and how many different aspects of the game that they will affect. So on paper it might be easy on paper to implement something, but then there's a lot of things in the background, how all the different elements work together. So yeah, if you have an opinion or some feedback on anything, whether it's good or bad, do put it down. We want to hear it. We're quite open about this, and as I've said, it's my job to collate that and then bring it to the team. If there's already an existing post, and this is what I will say, especially on Steam, if there's already an existing post, then add it into there, because it kind of builds and embellishes everything around that kind of discussion. Lots of separate different posts can get lost. So yeah, you know where I'm going with that anyway. But let's see. Next question from Twitch this time. Oh, Valistros, how you doing, Valistros? Is there any group content in this game? How large is the group be? For EVERSPACE 2, there is no multiplayer. There's no co-op. Now, people have asked for this, and it obviously, we do, again, as to my previous question and answer, it's something that we're very aware of. However, EVERSPACE 2 from the ground up was built as a single-player game, and to try and implement any form of multiplayer or co-op, because they're very, very similar, it would take quite a significant rewrite of the code, and we're so far into development with EVERSPACE 2 that it's just not going to happen. So sadly, yeah, it's a repeated comment we hear, and we're very aware of it, that people want to just pick it up, play with their friends for an hour, do some missions, do combat, whatever it is. We are very, very aware of it. So yeah, whilst it's not something that we're going to be implemented in EVERSPACE 2, unfortunately. Excelsior, is Shirazan still around? Will, for those of you who don't know, obviously Will was on the team for many years, and I actually saw him at Gamescom when we were there. He was visiting, but yes, Will Shirazan is no longer on the team. He hasn't been for a little while, but yeah, he's doing well. When I spoke to him, he's looking happy, and yeah, he's a real cool guy, and absolutely superb to catch up with him again. So yeah, it's always nice to see your friends within the industry, wherever you are, whoever you've met and crossed paths with the various gaming events that we do get to see many people that we've worked with before. So yeah, if you've got any more questions, fire them in now, otherwise I'm going to be harking on my way around the universe, the DMZ. I'm just going to wet my whistle there. Actually, while we've got a little break, I'm just going to touch on some of the hot topics, just so that people are kind of aware of where we're up to. I'm just going to go into photograph mode, just because that looks nicer, doesn't it, than seeing the inventory. So, currently, I keep track of the support issues and feed them across to Jan, who you would have seen in one of our previous streams. He's the quality assurance manager. Now, between us, we keep an eye on everything that comes into the team with reference to bugs, crashes, anomalies, something going awry. And we've got a few of those things at the moment, which we're still working on. So... Xbox Series S users, I know some of you were maybe watching or you're looking for an update. The team is still working very much as a priority on this matter. It is quite difficult and quite intricate work, but we're still digging into it. We made some strides in progress in basically fixing the issue, but it hasn't fixed everything. So we're still working diligently to try and get this out the door, a fix in place so that you guys on the Series S can enjoy the game again. We know it's frustrating, and it's also very frustrating for us as well, because we want you guys to play it. And when we have an issue like this, it's an annoyance. We can't put it any other way, but we're working on it, doing it as diligently as possible, and hoping, you know, and praying that we'll get some good results. But that's where we're at with the Series S. Also, we were getting some changes but bugs with the AMD, specifically the GPUs. Now, we did roll out a patch on Steam, Good Old Games, for users with AMD GPUs, because we were having literally, they couldn't either start the game or there was a specific crash that was happening. Now, we managed to mitigate most of those issues, but there are still some remain, and we are trying to dig into these again with the help of AMD directly as well. I know Joseph on the team has been working very, very hard on this. Excuse me while I got this stupid cough. So, yeah, we're still working on it again. Another part of the team are diving into it. Joseph, he's one of our technical programmers, an absolute whiz of a guy, and he's helping pin those down. So we're doing more and more work on there. Last thing that I'm going to touch on is that you guys, some of you anyway, are on the Discord and asked about the loot scaling that happens with Titans. For those that aren't aware, the events that you do either via the Dreadnought or via the Leviathan, as you progress further and further through the repeated content, there is a kind of ramping in the quality of the loot that you will receive. There's kind of certain thresholds that you must meet for that percentage increase. Now, we did get some feedback on that. We didn't reveal any numbers, etc., and things like that, because when you put a number in front of people, they kind of literally always latch onto that specific number. But we've made some tweaks. Things have improved for the players' side of it, so it should be a little bit easier going forward. So there we go. There was just the 3 things that I'd managed to kind of, I thought was prudent to give you some more information on. If you do have any questions around that, or if you want to follow up with me, then please do. You know, hit me up on the Discord, ask more questions on there, although we did put a nice post up there for everybody to see specifically about those loot scaling. One question just come in from Bearded Frog, and I think Lee had answered this one in the chat. Any update on the art book global availability? And Lee, I'm just trying to find your answer in there. Yeah, Lee's still working on it because he's taking vacation. I mean, how rude. I mean, taking a vacation? What's that all about? I'm on vacation next week. Yeah, it's a still work in progress, unfortunately. So we're getting there as soon as we can. But yeah, there we go. Oh. We've got another question just sneaking in before we... Are there any plans on adding an option for dismantling catalysts to dismantle common goods and consumables too? Okay. That would be one I could follow up with the team. I think it'd be interesting to... okay, yeah, there's I had to click through remaining items every time. Okay, yeah. Now, we have had this mentioned before. Never seen the full question. We have had this before about people saying, hey, I just want this item, but I've got to dismantle this, and this to get to it. Alexander, type descriptor on YouTube. Thank you very much for the question. The problem we had is that we had a concern that people would accidentally, even though they were trying to get a specific item and they wanted to dismantle X, Y, Z to get to that item, that they would dismantle something that they also wanted. So I don't think that would actually happen, but again, we'll take the feedback and I'll have a discussion with the team around if it's something that we can look at. Again, we'll look at things like this. No guarantees that it would actually change or anything like that, but there's certainly a conversation can be had. So yeah, there we go. Right, let's crack on. Got a good few minutes there of some answers. If you have any more, do keep coming with them. Put them in the chat. Lee will collect them, and I will get to read through them in about another 30 minutes or so. So let's come out of there. Right, there we go. How cool is that? Ooh, let's get these credits. I want some credits. Give me credits. I want those credits. Yeah, Alexandra, I can just see your follow-up question there. They can use the load feature if they dismantle something really valuable. That is very, very true. However, what can happen is that sometimes people maybe dismantle something and then they may have a few autosaves several times, which if they don't do a manual save could overwrite it. So again, I can have the discussion when I return from leave and follow up with the team and see if it's something that they'd look at doing. I know we've had the discussion before, and I don't think it will change. But again, there's no harm in kind of going back to it and see if there's any a different opinion on it. And you know, that's what I'm here to do. I just want to, oh yeah, we've got the Hitman one. Yeah, there we go. I'll go do that one. If I can pass on any information to the team, then I will. Absolutely. Yeah, Lee is my partner in crime for collecting the questions. Blue Streak, how are you doing over on Twitch? Good to see you. Thanks very much for joining us. Hope you're all tickety bit.
Okay, here we are. Hive, mark the potential targets.
It is already done. Close in on them to start the scanning process.
Right, let's go check these out. A freelancer ship. Which one's it going to be? Is it going to be the first one or the fifth one? I don't think for a minute it's going to be those.
You the one?
Are you the one? Are you the one?
Signatures do not
No,
match.
you're not number one, are you? Right, okay. Let's head down again.
Scanning in progress.
And it was in
Don't move.
progress.
This won't hurt a bit.
Okay. Is it you? Yes.
That's the target.
Last guy Kato sent after me didn't do too well.
They weren't me.
Oh, hello. Didn't realise I'm in...
Target destroyed.
Right, I want to get out of here because I'm going to upset everybody here, aren't I?
Thank you, Mr.
Let's get out of there. It's never the first one. Yep, you're absolutely right. Never the first one. Okay, right, let's go back to Prescott. We kind of needed to get out of there quick because we're going to be upsetting the authorities by fighting on their turf. Never a good idea. Whee! Brave Sir Robin, absolutely. The only thing I didn't have was the coconuts. Right, let's head here. What I'm just going to do is I'm just going to go over to the G&B office. The Free Airlines hangar. Let's just see what we got. Upside down. Round we go. Let's get docked. Okay. So let's just do a quick restock. Yep, there we go. Let's go to the shop. Let's see what we can sell. A lot of this stuff we're not going to need. Let's do that all at once. All these are freebies, so we'll just sell them. Yep, there we go. That's quite handy. Activate that. Ooh, that's not bad. It's only a 14, but can we modify it? Can we improve that blaster? Because that blaster is quite good. No, we haven't got any star charge conduit, so we aren't going to improve that. Yeah, okay. We might have to think about removing that one eventually. We're not going to use the Peruser. Escort duty. 8% damage reduction. Now, see, that's not as good. When combat armor regenerates 2% per second. That's an interesting one, really. I don't know. It's a 15 and autonomous. If I can get another of the autonomous set, that could be quite nice. It's a firepower. I'm just going to switch that there. I'm going to remove that one. Because that's the escort duty set, and I'm not sure I'm going to use that. Yeah, I just don't know whether to use Genesis Barrier. Okay, I tell you what, we're going to try it. We're going to try it, because that's going to give us armor regen, which I'm kind of losing every now and again. Try not to. Well, let's see then. So currently we are flying a 2+. So there's a Reaver Sentinel there, which is virtually the same. Now, again, a lot of you boys and girls will know this entirely, is that the price that you pay is very similar to the price that you sell. So it doesn't actually cost you much, if anything, to switch between ships. So if there's another 2+, you say you're kind of going to gain a little bit. Same here. There's so much similar. That is a nice looking ship though. Oof, I like that. The kind of cream with the gold accents and stuff. Yeah. So I'm liking that. Liking that. Yeah, used car lot rules do not apply. Absolutely, yeah. We don't. I mean, it is a kind of gameplay feature for us, because we want you to try different ships. We don't want you just to stick to the same ship because you can't afford something. So if all of a sudden you're flying, a Sentinel like I am, and you're thinking, do you know what? I'd really like to try flying the Vanguard. It's on the same level. It's not going to cost you that much. It would be like 283 credits to me to fly one of those. But we'll stick with the Sentinel for the time being. I think he's doing quite good. Yeah, exactly. You can actually profit if you keep doing it, like between the two, and literally just keep, buying, switching. You can make a few little bits of credit. Yeah. A bearded frog. Absolutely. Yeah, he is indeed a used car salesman. He does very, very well, to be fair. He does very, very well. To be honest with you, I love the gunship, and I've even been liking the bomber of late. I've been testing quite a bit with the bomber, usually because people have been flying the bombers, and when I get any kind of game saves that come in, usually a lot of them is the bomber that they've been flying. So yeah, let's have a look then. So we got plasma. Yeah, we can. Crystal diode. Nah, cool. Let's do that. Tell you what we're going to do. Let's have a cruise drive knockdown. Yep. Tractor beam, how are we doing? Power cells. Okay. It's another one. Super gel we're lacking. See what we're going to do. I do like the tractor beam increase, but I need super gel. So let's just see if we've got any in the shop. Super gel. Nope, we haven't. Damn it. Ugh. Super gel. Can we? Oh, we can't really craft it either. Okay. Because we've got some plasma. Did they actually have any plasma? That's the thing. Don't forget the crafting. Okay, then we're ready. Yeah. Boo. Rubbish. Never mind. Okay, same day delivery. Let's go see Kato again. Yep. Let's head over here. Whoosh. Oop. Let's get docked. Right, so jobs from Kato. Okay, so destroy the base. We did enjoy item retrieval. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to grab that one. I fancy a bit of item retrieval. Should we do another ramen delivery? Ramen's good. We're going to get flying around there. Wibble wobble. Another item retrieval. Tell you what we'll do. So the thing is that if you kind of think that you're struggling, but you still want to just level, you can take one that's slightly below your level just to make it a little bit easier, especially if you've knocked up, like I have, the difficulty level. So never fear in doing that. Tell you what we'll do. we'll do... We've got to destroy base. Destroy base was got to tell you, we're just going to select that one. There we go. Let's do that. Right, so clearing roads, bioprocessors, good. Yep, and ramen delivery. Let's get that one done.
Okay, let's gain control of a drone.
Right, down we go. I know people, we said this a little bit earlier, that do struggle sometimes with controlling these drones. I just think they're a bit kind of like pushing a boat along, because there's certainly some inertia. Now you can see that I'm still going sideways, so you've always got to be mindful that the more you kind of push in one direction, like that. Nothing to see here. Well, we just completely failed that one then, didn't we? Absolutely just proved my point there, didn't I? Right, hang on, let's go back to Kato. Oh, Kato, that's freelancer. Yeah, where it was. Pay attention, pay attention. We're crashing into other stuff again. Right. Bearded Frog, no, it doesn't count because I didn't die. It was only a little drone. Okay, so finished jobs for Kato. Actually, I've got 2 already on the go, haven't I? Which is item retrieval. Okay, tell you what we'll do then. We'll do that one. Let's go grab that. Yeah, nobody saw a drone explode, did they? Nobody saw anything blow up. I feel like you need to do the Men in Black thing. Didn't see anything. Right, tell you what, we're just going to go do this one. I think 7, if I remember correctly, Bearded Frog, is where my death count is up to. I think. There or thereabouts. Ish. Sort of. Oop, hello.
The cargo must be on board of one of these ships.
Yeah, must be on board one of these ships. Oh no. No. Nope, 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 not today. Come on, die already, thank you. Unlocked a primary color. Oh, you go away. You go. Teleporter drones. Now, do you know what I'm going to use? I'm going to use the G key because I feel special. Bad cap. That's not what I wanted in here, is it? Go away, drone.
There it is.
There it is. Woof. Another ship colour. Oh, lava core. Cool. We got the container. We got there eventually. We did. Then we're going to be going for a record for how many ultimates I've used. Because I did, even when I'm doing testing, I don't always remember. Just, you know, it is what it is. Right, let's get out of here. Let's boogie. Let's go find the other part of this job for Kato. We can get that kicked on, as you do. Right, so where is this other mission for him? It's destroy the base. Let's track that one over here. So we'll do this. If you've got any questions, we're coming around very, very quickly to some more Q&A stuff. Q&A. Oh, good. It is a very low bar there. Absolutely, Bearded Frog. Absolutely. I think if we remember to use the ultimate twice in a stream, we're doing well.
I was asked to destroy. Let's take care of it.
Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these drones first, though. Because I know that they're going to come and annoy me in a bit.
Here comes the Alec.
Here comes the Alec.
Feel free to shoot at something.
Right. Alec, you are just going to disappear, aren't you? You really are just going to absolutely disappear. Yay, we leveled up to 16. There we go. Oh, hello, Mr. Ravager. Very ravaging tonight. Yes, thank you. Whoop. Okay. Right, there's... Oh, thanks, Alec. Get rid of that. We don't want that at all. Oh. Did he just fire a rocket at me? That's not very nice. Right. Let's go up. On to the base. Oh well. I wondered when the cavalry was going to arrive, and they just did. Okay, we're just going to go out of here. Going to put a damage booster on just to deal with these pesky little varmints. Thank you, give me the range. Thank you. Big shields. And we're going for another one. Rocking and rolling. Come on. Just ultimating everything tonight. We really are. Okay, we're going to turn that off. I don't waste it. Right, so. Great. Just grab that. There we go. So we need. Oh, what do we? Trying to be nice and just going along and just firing at me. You outlaws. Pesky little outlaws. Whirling away as you do. Right, where are you? This one? Just point straight into that bit of scenery. Unlucky! Okay. So, is there something I'm missing still from here? Inside, there we are. Right, energy coil. Okay, there's one literally there. And the other one is there. And the boss. How you doing, boss? There he is. Get rid of these drones first. And another G. There we go. Welcome to the ultimate.
Hello, Marianne.
I'm listening, Mr. Roslin.
Boink, boink, boink.
I got that job done for you guys.
That is very good. Thank you.
Yeah, very welcome, Marianne. Right, so let's just go to the missions. So destroy the base, claim the reward. Item retrieval, we've got to take it back, haven't we? So, hello, couple of containers. Let's just hop over here and grab. Oh, it's a shipwreck. Let's see what we have. Okay, energy core. Still, we can sell it. Credits. And some hadron buffers. Good. Right, let's get out of here. Prescott, away. Right. Yay! Completed. Visit all of the Union's regions. Say, I've got to love these little happy little accidents as you're flying along and you unlock things without even a purpose. Away we go. Right, let's just get docked here. Oh, look, we're kind of smoking a little bit. We might need a little bit of a repair.
Well, look who it is. We need to get you.
Hi, Daryl.
Well,
Yeah, Daryl. You're just annoying, aren't you? You're just an annoyance. Right, let's do a quick repair and a quick restock. Because, you know, why not? We need to. Put that there temporarily. Right, claim rewards. Cool. And let's just sell some stuff. Right, let's get rid of these. Get rid of that. No. See, it's only a tiny little increase in speed and that. So it's not really much better than what I've got. So I think I'm going to stick with the Eco, even though that's only a 14, but because it's a rare. Ugh, shocking. The energy core. See, I am tempted with that because that is an upgrade. I'd lose 5 on the weapons, but gain more structure, much more boost, and much more shield. So, yeah, I think we're going to switch that out. Unfortunate. Let's get rid of them. How about the rockets? They're getting swapped out. I'll keep them just as a spare. And then a nice little rail gun there, which we've got the intuitive one. Cannot be damaged, deals 10% against ancients. Okay. So let's so 130 does do a lot more damage, but that one just okay. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna sell that one. We'll keep that one. We'll get rid of the shield breakers just for the time being. Right, let's have a little quick look see over there. Let's see that. Oh. Let's just tweak that up. Just need to move something around on the screen. There we go. Right, let's have a look. Right, Q&A section again. We've got some lined up. Thank you very much, Lee, as always. Much appreciated. We've got some nice little questions. 7 Nindo, I just want to say 7 Nintendo there, but 7 Nindo over on Twitch. Is it possible to replay a mission of the campaign or even replay the game? Now, you can replay the game. Specifically, if you want to, once you've completed it, then you will get the option to unlock Nightmare. But you can always replay the game afresh. Now, some people have asked, as a kind of embellishment to this question, if we have like a new game plus. Because some people do want that additional challenge or the changes thereof of a new game plus. Currently there's no plans. We haven't had those plans, but again, we always do have the discussion. It does get brought up from time to time and various elements of, you know, within the team. When we have the meetings or even from the feedback that I give, then sometimes there is a discussion to be had. Again, it's not a promise that it's going to be implemented or anything like that, but please note, if you do bring these things up, we will obviously still discuss them internally. Alexandra, type descriptor on YouTube. Do you plan to develop some kind of end game economy to reduce credits? I know a lot of people do have a lot of credits. Honestly, on this, I'm not entirely sure whether we are going to be making any changes. We know that the credits are there and people can farm the credits, and you know those G&B transporters, you know, they do give you a nice bit of funds. So I will follow up with the team certainly, and we'll see if there's anything that's kind of planned on that. So as far as I'm aware, no. Here's the one. A bearded frog. Am I playing on very hard? No, I only play on hard. I'm not up to that. I'm not up to that step yet. You know, I'm not there. I'm not there. Maybe the next time. You know, once I finish this playthrough, like, you know, baby steps. I feel like I'm being called out by Lee here that I'm a pirate. I'm just saying the option is there in those distress calls that if you want to make some cheap, you know, bits of credits, then there's an option. You know, you don't have to, but there's an option. Any witnesses? No. Right, back to Alexandra, type descriptor on YouTube. Do you plan to rework the Striker? This ship feels like a confusing set of mechanics and passive effects. I'm not a Striker player. I've always been a kind of a big ship player. So my take on the Striker would be very, very limited. But obviously, if you have any feedback, I do implore you to put some up in our Discord or via Steam, and put your thoughts across. Some people will say, well, don't touch my Striker, because they do love the Striker, and that's perfectly fine as well. But we're always open, good or bad feedback. Please do send it across. So, Flory, no witnesses while streaming. Well, you don't see me do it on the stream though, do you? But yeah, just to go back to that question, yeah, again, I'm not a Striker fan. I don't play it often, but certainly if you do have any feedback on it, then please let us know. Decivian, will there ever be downtime activities to use your accumulated endgame wealth like gambling or fishing? I think that kind of goes back to the previous question from Alexander regarding the end game wealth and having so many credits. I don't think it's something that we're going to look at kind of employing into the game. We'd much rather, whilst it would be fun, and I'm sure we'd enjoy those things as well, it kind of comes as a balance thing of the dev time that we have, we would find it better spent on creating new content that everybody can enjoy. Now, that's not to say that there's certain elements that we can't improve or bring in, because we do add certain things in. Something I know people have said about gambling and obviously like fishing previously, I don't think it'd be something that we'd have time to do. We're not a massive team. Not everybody gets involved with the programming. Some are obviously art. So whilst we have a good number of members on the team, we're not all involved in that, but we'd rather focus on bringing gorgeous looking game, good gameplay, and more of it. And something like that would be a nice to have, I think. It does fall into that category. But who knows? Maybe one of the team is doing it in their downtime. But yeah, I can't promise it, unfortunately. 7Indo back again on Twitch. Do you plan to add features in the crafting aspect of the game? For example, will it be possible to choose the modifiers we like to apply to a crafted item, or to lock one of them so when we re-roll, we'll still be able to benefit from it? To sum up, are there any plans to change or bring new features to the random aspect of the game? This has been brought up before. Currently, I'd have to dig into where we're at with this. Because obviously I don't get involved in all the design meetings. That's very much left to the designers, funnily enough. But I can obviously dig into that. But it is something that has cropped up before. Again, it's whether it's feasible and doable for the team. But I can certainly see value in it. But again, questions like that, absolutely bring it up on the Discord so that we can follow up. The team do read it, by the way. It's not just me. The team do read it. They'll read Reddit. They'll read the Steam forums. They'll read our Discord. So if you do mention something, they will generally see it. Or if they don't, then I'll bring it to their attention. But yeah, 7 Indoor, just to go back to yours then, yeah, it's something that has cropped up before about locking down certain aspects when you're crafting. Halak, is it possible to see in game what parameters the drones used by one of the ships have? Now, I'm just trying to think. Do you mean from the Vindicator? Are you talking around that, or do you mean the combat drones, etc.? Just a little bit of more nuance to that question, if possible. But I'm thinking you're possibly a Vindicator with all your drone buddies. Yeah, it's a... I'm just trying to pin that down, Halak, if you can. Yeah, I haven't got a Vindy, so I can't really look at it at the moment. But let me just crack on through. Oh, yeah, we did. Got the booster now unlocked. That's good. That's good. Mark all the seed. Thank you. Good. But yeah, just follow up with that one, Halak, if you can. Number of HP and damage. Okay, so you mean when they're kind of flying around, you see how much hit points they have and how much damage they're out with. I think a lot of that falls down to availability on screen. When you are kind of, I'll just fly around, you've kind of got a certain amount of real estate on your screen. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we heard you, Clockwork. You've only got a certain amount of real estate to work with. And then when you have, say, 5, 6, and obviously Bob, etc. Involved, it might be even more confusing having so many kind of items around you constantly, plus the enemies as well. While there is, again, merit into that kind of idea, I just don't think it'll be implemented because we don't want to clutter too much the UI. Some people would like an even cleaner UI, but we feel that the information that is on there is good enough, and we won't want to kind of bog people down even more. If you mean kind of when you're in your ship inventory kind of thing and you could see them there, again, it's kind of where do you fit it in? A lot of changes would happen because you can see that, even though they're certain widgets as such as we call them, that they would then need to be moved, and it's a lot of kind of UI work. Yeah, again, I kind of agree with you, Bearded Frog. There is merit there. It's just the work involved to kind of put that into the game would potentially be quite time consuming. And it only kind of benefits just one ship class. So there's pros and cons. And again, a lot of kind of things are pros and cons that the team have to weigh up. The decision, on the design, how it can be implemented. Is it going to be worthwhile? There's all these conversations that he had. And I know Michael's involved in these decisions as well from the team meetings that they have. So there's a lot of aspects to consider. It isn't just like, yeah, it'd be nice to do. It's like, is it possible? Would it benefit the game with the time that we spend? So yeah, there's options, but again, it's feasibility of those anyway. So anyway, I'm just going to crack on for a little bit longer because then we need to dive into some other little topics. Yeah, just another little topic. So let's just crack on a little bit longer. Right, let's go back to space.
I'll be overseeing this operation.
Oh, Clockwork, what do you like?
What do you know about it? Shut your pie hole and get to the location.
Shut your pie hole.
Now I see it. She and Daryl are a perfect match.
Apparently.
Aren't they just?
Aren't they just? Right, so we are going to be heading to Abidan. Okay, let's go there. This could be interesting. Up we go. Let's just head over here and get this one done. All the way to the waypoint. That's all the way over there.
Hi, Clockwork. I take it this is the automated freighter we're plundering?
Actually, I'll be doing the footwork this time. You keep lookout.
Wow.
Sure thing. Hey, what's your real name anyway?
TikTok. What is it to you?
Just making small talk. Not like anyone's gonna intercept us out here.
Okay. Come on, Clockwork. Get in there. Do your stuff.
That's the freighter. Code's crack. Oh, scrap. I just set off the alarm.
Oh.
You... what?
What did you expect? I'm boarding the freighter illegally, ain't I?
Several fighters incoming.
You chose the wrong cargo, and now
Bloody tormentors. Yeah, how do you like them apples? Yeah.
Nice shot.
Oh,
Have you satisfied your thirst for combat yet?
nope. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hey, Clockwork, how long is this gonna take? These guys aren't getting any easier.
and complaining ain't gonna speed anything up.
Okay.
Damn, that was a close one.
A bit too close. Something tells me this is gonna set me up for a while.
I'm really doubting we went through all this trouble, or those guys put up such a defense for Banamangos.
Content should not concern you. You'll be paid for your services.
I still have questions.
Yeah, well, they have the service bots on Prescott lend a good ear for the right price. See you around, cowboy.
There we go. Grab some of that. We'll grab some of that. Ooh, credits. Look at this. I actually realised by accident I'd actually turned off my inertia dampeners there. I was like floating around like a loon. I was like, why am I going all the way? Hey! There we go. We got that one done. How cool was that? Cool. Right. Back to Prescott's generator over there. Let's make like a tree and leave again. I'm just going to answer this question while we traverse back to Prescott from Spooky Spook. Will you guys introduce a possible mechanic to remove trash items floating? I've accumulated over a couple of 100 hours. I was too lazy to pick them up. That's a difficult one to answer. I'd have to ask the team whether that would be something they'd either want to employ or if it's feasible to do. And how you define trash is, you know, one man's trash is one man's gold kind of scenario. That somebody, if we kind of brought in a trash cleanup, somebody might think, well, I'll go about that because I can just sell all that for credits and I'll just go on a kind of a mission to pick all that stuff up. So it's an interesting because there's pros and cons again to it, as all design decisions are. There's always pros and cons to it. So it'll be something that I can ask the team and follow up. So if you haven't already, then please do put a post up as a question on our Discord, because then I can follow up when I return from leave.
Is indisposed at the moment.
He's indisposed. Yes, he's indisposed because he's indisposable. Oh, there's a certain joke in there, isn't there? Right, let's do a quick restock on that. So, crafting, secondary weapons. What did we get? Oh, okay. Corrosion mines. So, I know some of you peeps do love the corrosion mines. Right, let's see. Ooh, equalizer. Yeah, we are kind of getting to the point of needing to kind of sell some stuff and replace that pulse laser. It's just starting to get a little bit past its best. But It does good energy, that's the thing. Although that gauze cannon does as well. Okay. Yeah, 314, 49. It just doesn't compare. It really doesn't compare. There we go. We'll keep the Genesis one. We'll keep the Genesis one for the time being. Bearded Frog, it would be nice to have a hide filter stuff on the sensors though, so you can see stuff you want. Yeah, again, it's just a difficult scenario because some people will be like, okay, I want to get this stuff, you know, at the base level. You know, you could argue that anything that's grey you want to filter out, but then somebody would want to go back and grab that item. And it's how you kind of define on a player basis that would happen. So again, it's possibly a no, but I'll definitely follow up, and I'm more than happy to do that if anybody has a question that they need to have an answer to. Again, it's not always a definite yes, and it's not always a definite no, but I'll certainly try and find out the answer if I can, if it's in the plans or not. Anything else to do on there? Hive, how are you doing? Yeah, that's okay. Mind tracker, that's fine. Terrain. Some of you might not have noticed, but if you haven't, just a little reminder, through feedback from your questions and comments, we did increase the home base storage rather, get that the right way around, up to 180 now, and I'm absolutely certain you lot have already filled it. But it's just a prime example, I think, that we do listen, and where possible we will introduce things to help you guys and girls enjoy the game a lot more, which, you know, we're foolish not to do. Flory, I knew that somebody was going to say that. Absolutely right. I just want to make sure that I hit the save there because I don't want to forget, as I invariably do from time to time, that we need to save the game. Thank you very much. Right. So you boys and girls know that we are a independent dev team. We don't have a publisher. We're not beholden to anybody along those lines. But we also know, and Michael can probably speak to this better than anyone, how difficult it is as a dev team in the indie space, and what all that entails in terms of getting your product seen, developing, funding, and everything else. But we do, from time to time, see other dev teams which are in a similar situation or smaller, and we feel that we are in a position that we can kind of just help them out a little bit, give them a good shout out, get to push them to the forefront, because we just know how hard it is to make your way in the indie dev space. And we met some wonderful people at Gamescom because we were at the indie arena booth. So everybody that was in there, from people who were 1 or 2 devs to a team, you know, much larger, were in that space. And, you know, there's a bit of solidarity there, because everybody knows how difficult it is and how hard it is to get yourself seen and push that product forward. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at one of our fellow developers who were also from Germany. This time they are called Megagon Industries from Berlin. And we're going to take a look at their game, which is called Lonely Mountains Snow Riders.
Welcome to the gameplay commentary of our new game, Lonely Mountain Snowriders, which is the spiritual successor to Lonely Mountains Downhill. It's a skiing game in which players need to find their own way down the mountains in a wild and beautiful mountainscape. Our most important new features are a real-time online multiplayer in which up to 8 players can play cooperatively or in a competition, as well as a new trick system that allows you to pull off awesome looking flips, spins, grabs, or super cool combinations of them all. We focused a lot of the development time on the controls and to make the feeling of carving down the slopes as smooth and fun as possible. Skiing is all about using the terrain in your favor. You need to gain the maximum momentum to do the longest jumps and use the best shortcuts. On top of that, you can also do tricks, ride backwards, or cross rivers and icy lakes. The game features 4 different game modes. The online multiplayer racing mode is all about crossing the finish line first, while in the team mode, you and your team members have to ride and do tricks together to ramp up the highest score and beat all the challenges. You can also pick each other up after a crash and place checkpoints as a group. In the solo mode, you have to beat challenges to unlock new mountains and trails. You can also try to reach the top of the leaderboards, or beat your own ghosts. This is the mode that will be most familiar to players of our previous game. And last but not least, there is the new Zen mode. Here, you can ride all trails without any kind of pressure and freely explore the mountains to find secret spots or just enjoy the beautiful landscape. Whether you're playing multi or single player, you will gain experience to level up your profile, unlock new ski types and trick poses, and a large variety of customization items. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.
There we go. Right. Let's just bring that in there and let's click a few buttons and hopefully it should appear any second. Come to me, come to me. Where are you? Is he going to do it? Is he going to behave? It didn't do this earlier. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Whew. Eventually. So, yes, this is Megagon Games Lonely Mountain Snow Riders, which is a follow-up to their other Lonely Mountains one, which is all about cycling. So you're racing downhill on your BMX kind of cross bike, whatever it was. There is a demo, as you boys and girls have probably seen. If you want to follow that link that I put into the chat there, you can check it out for yourself. It is a nice little demo. I'm going to just show you a few little things. So I had a little play myself, which is very, very nice. But like I said, as Lee mentioned earlier, we just want to highlight other indie devs because we feel like they just need a little bit of a help and an uplift from us, and we're more than happy to do that. There was a follow-up question that somebody did ask around the vision for the future of the company, and yeah, that's definitely a something that Michael would probably answer as to what it is, because, you know, he's the leader. His decisions for how it's going to pan out is entirely up to him. But you will have a little quick look through of the game. I did crash quite a few times, to be fair. You know, I've skied once in my life, and yeah, it was pretty much the same for me. So lots of it's a fun little game, and there's co-op multiplayer, as you saw in the trailer as well. With the voiceover there for the gameplay. It is very, very nice. Different control methods as well, however you want to do. So it's entirely up to you. But it is a gorgeous looking game, and we're very, very pleased that we could uplift them and put them in a bit of a prominent place. Don't press space. I always want to press space. That's not what you do. Yes, yeah, moving along with Snow Riders is the practice I need to finally complete the Steam achievement for the races. Absolutely, yeah. Sorry, I was too busy reading the chat and I wasn't looking where I was going, which is not a good thing when you are trying to ski down a mountain. Well, there's a couple of different control methods that you can use within the game. And it does advise that you can actually use controller as well. I'm just using keyboard and mouse, which is probably making it a bit more difficult. But as you see on the screen here, is how things, as you turn, can be a little bit difficult. But there we go. It is nice. And I can imagine with friends, you know, 2, 3, 4 of you diving into this. Oh, put that tree there. Actually, Michael has actually put a response to that regarding the thing, so I'll just answer that. No plans for major growth of the studio. Our mantra has always been quality over quantity, but we certainly going to look into new features topic for future titles. There we go. That's straight from the top, straight from the boss. So there you go. That is absolutely... Hello. I keep hitting that. I need to go to the other side of it. Bit of practice required. It's not as easy as it looks, and I'm making it look even more difficult than it probably is. There we go. Look at that. But it is quite nice. And I think having the Zen mode as well, which they did kind of highlight, was quite nice as well. Whoop. There we go. Can we go down here? Whoops, let's go down here. Oh, this is a bit curious. Who's going to crash? One of me crashing. Yep. Whoop. Oop. Hello. Down we go. Wow. Look at that. Hey. Right, let's do another jump, shall we? Whee. Bit of air. Oh, look at that. Bit of air. And again. Can we make it? Down the icy path. Off we go. A couple of tracks that you can play in the demo as well. And there is multiplayer as well for you to try once you unlock it. Because there's various levels to get through. Come on. Through. Oh, skate. I went the slow way around again, didn't I? I went the slow way. Come on. There you go. Oh. Push, push. There we go. Down the hill. It is quite gorgeous looking. I did have a good practice of this. You wouldn't think so. But yeah, it's made in Unity. Obviously a different engine to what we use for EVERSPACE 2. But yeah, it's very nice. From a team from Berlin as well. Whee, look at that job. Down we go. Down, there we go. See? Look. Kind of, you know, that got a little bit worse, didn't it? But yeah, various challenges that you can complete. 10 crashes or fewer. See, you get more points for having 10 or less. Yeah, there's different settings as well. Leaderboards as well. So if you're doing any kind of time trials, look, you can see how quick they can do it. Hey, I'm all the way down. I'm all the way down there. 5,110th. See, people are dissing me now. It's like you need to practice on Snow Riders to get better at EVERSPACE 2. I almost feel attacked if it wasn't true. Almost. But yeah, definitely something to keep an eye on. If you want to try the demo, then do go grab it now. If you follow the link that I put into there, I'll just copy it across for you one more time so that you can all see it. Definitely worth checking out. Follow the link and then you can download the demo and get involved. And then it's coming out later this year. And we're going one last thing. We did a little interview, actually, while we were at Gamescom. Michael, with the microphone in hand, did speak to one of the devs.
Hi, I am Juan Osorio. I'm a level designer in Megalon Industries, and we're working now on Lonely Mountains Snow Riders, which is the skiquel to Lonely Mountains Downhill. It is going to now include multiplayer with up to 8 people simultaneously. And we're also offering some single-player modes, the classic LMD experience with time trials, trying to beat your best times. Also, we have new Zen modes for you to explore the trails however you want.
Wow, this is so much more than the previous title. I recall it was like 2 or 3 devs. How big is your team now?
So back then, as you said, it started with just 2 of them. Now, at the current point of working in Snow Riders, we are 14 people in the team.
And if people want to know more about the game, where can they find you?
It's already listed on Steam. You can wishlist it. The concrete date is not confirmed yet, so Steam will notify you when it releases. Get the game right away, whenever that is, later this year.
There we go. So that was, and if you didn't hear the pun, squeakquel. They threw the pun of puns, squeakquel. But it is a very nice game. Do go check it out. You're more than welcome to say, hey, the guys over at Rockfish just went and pointed you in the right direction. But yeah, Jesse, small group multiplayer is amazing. Love having a small group to hang out with. Absolutely, absolutely. And it's definitely a fun little game. And I think it'll come into his own when you're there with friends, you know, crashing into stuff, etc., etc. So it's that time. All of a sudden, it was zipping through. We're coming along, and yeah, we're here to celebrate what is your work. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, wish listing. Good point, Talahar. It helps everybody if you put those wish lists in, get those numbers bumped up. Do help you get focused, especially as an indie dev. When you're kind of competing against the big boys. You're talking about your Activisions, PlayStations, and you know Xbox. Anybody such as that with their own proprietary titles, it can be difficult. It will definitely be difficult. See, I did it to the library. Say my job is done, Deceivian. My job is done, and that's all we can hope for. Do go check out the indie devs. They need as much love as possible. Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, we're going to dash on with some screenshots. Now, if you don't know, we do now get the whole of the dev team involved in picking these shots. Well, I picked the shots and Eric was picking the shots. And then we put them to the dev team and say, hey, which is your favorite? And we always have one that is the top-notch favorite every week, even though we have had a tie from time to time. But yes, we've every time we have a stream, those wonderful devs take time out of their day to peruse those screenshots and decide which they think is the best. And yes, we've got an absolute doozy of a winner this week. If you have any questions, now is the time to start throwing them in. We've got a bit of time to answer them as we work our way through here, and hopefully, fingers crossed, you've got more questions to get me to answer as we look at these screenshots. And this one is from Steam. Now, I know you boys and girls put a lot of effort into the screenshots that you show on our Discord, but I like to branch out a little bit further. And if I find any on social media or anywhere else, then I grab them too, because we have some wonderful photographers, virtual photographers in the space of the internets. And this is one of them that I did actually find on Steam. So if you are putting them up there, if you're taking screenshots while you're flying around the Belgrade, then we might just spot them, because I keep my beady little eyes out for them. This one is from Kato, which is showing off a wonderful ship, which is kind of a Redeemer ship. But you can see that obviously the angle has been changed, bit of depth of field, and it looks like an Inquisitor is taking pot shots as well. But I think it's very, very nice that we see a different ship. One of those that you're normally blowing up. You know, because, you know, why not? So it looks like they're possibly doing, it looks like a Leviathan mission from the background. I can tell, I think, from the clouds. Great use of depth of field and blurring to bring that really into focus. But it does look like there's an Inquisitor Redeemer there, giving some things a bit of pain, as we can see. So yeah, that was Kato over on Steam. Jesse, you got a question. Is there a Starforge twin boost booster? I've been trying to get one, but never get it as a prototype or Starforged. I believe it is. I think the problem is, I'd have to double check just to confirm. I think what happens is when people are specifically looking for a item, obviously the percentage drop of that happening is massively reduced because you're looking for one specific item. When we have a lot, and I mean a lot of items that are all in that loot pool still, when you start literally honing in on that one specific item, it can feel like you're just not getting it, and you think RNG God is just kind of against you. it isn't. Nobody's kind of pulling any strings to make sure you don't get it, but obviously your chance of actually dropping that specific item are greatly reduced when you've still got all those other items that are still available as well. So RNG can be a painful mistress at times, and I think we've all done it. If we've ever played any other games, any looter shooters, if you played anything like Diablo or Path of Exile or anything that you literally can be in the lap of the gods with RNG, and I think it's kind of that case. But I will definitely ask the question if it is a thing. It should be, but we can always check. If we feel that there's something amiss, then we can always double check. Space is awesome. Also got a question as we just transverse to our next screenshot. And this one is, I really like this shot. This was on our Discord from Adam GD. Because I think it just shows the absolute scale. If I zoom out a bit, you can obviously see that the ship is teeny tiny on top of the structure, and the coloration just matches perfectly. And this was actually one of my personal favorites. It wasn't the team's overall favorite, but it was definitely one of my favorite. But it was definitely a great shot. But yeah, Space is awesome. Just to answer your question, how do you feel to be in the captain's seat for RFG streams? I'm quite happy to do them. Obviously, if you've been around a while, that you know that I've done streams for EVERSPACE since just after the Kickstarter, for the first Kickstarter onwards, after I was a backer. So I've been doing streams for Rockfish for many, many years, and I've been streaming personally for about 10 years plus now. So I don't have a problem with it. I hope I come across as entertaining enough for you boys and girls. And, you know, I might not be as skilled as other pilots, should we say. But I don't mind. As long as we kind of get the message across and you guys are enjoying it, then that's what we do them for, to inform you and entertain you. So, yeah, I don't have a problem with it. And I hope you guys don't either, because that would then be a problem. But yeah, that was Adam GD's shot. Next up is one. I mean, how can you not have a... You've got Bob. I mean, we've got Bob. Like, you've got to love a picture with Bob in. And this is from Discord again. And it's from Grip over on our Discord. A wonderful shot. Some Bob love there. Flying around. He looks quite happy there, doesn't he? Just flying along. It looks like one of those cleaner fish that kind of hang around on sharks and stuff like that. He's just, you know, he's just got a buddy. He's going through the Belgrade. He's happy. He's love it. I'd love to have some Bob Hive dialogues. I actually don't know if we'd actually be able to understand it, because Bob has his own little language. And then obviously Hive could probably, you know, converse with him, but whether he'd actually want to say, because you never know. Bob might be a happy chappy, but he could always, you know, he might be like, who's this guy in the pilot seat? He's rubbish. We don't want him anymore. Can we find anybody else? You know, sometimes you don't want to ask the question, do you? Yeah. Bit in front, yeah. Bob was initially a placeholder name, but was convinced to stay. Yeah, there's a few things that are... Sometimes in the planning stage, they just drop into place. Spooky spook. Let them talk in binary. That is exactly, I think, how they would actually go. I really do. But yeah, things just drop into place. Sometimes names are just like, we just don't know what it is. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, why don't we just use that? The other thing that people might not be aware of, obviously, is the scrapyard and the robot there. Initially, obviously, a lot of our voiceover lines, before they're recorded by voiceover artists, we use text-to-speech just to, you know, have that voiceover line there. But obviously, initially, for the scrapyard bot, he was going to be changed. I believe, if I remember correctly, we actually had the lines recorded, but people liked the robotic nature of the text-to-speech. Exactly, Flory. Exactly. I want more parts, that kind of thing. So we left it in. Admittedly, some people thought it was a bug and we'd forgotten to take it out, but it was actually a design choice, and I think it fits very, very nice. Banjax, exactly. That's it. I couldn't think of his name. But Banjack is the best Banjack. He's absolutely. So yeah, if you've not come across him yet, obviously he is the scrapyard bot that you'll come across, who wants to, dismantle your ship and everything else. But he's not allowed. He's not allowed. He shouldn't ever be allowed. Next up for the screenshots, again, this was one that I just like because it's very upwards. Literally, obviously, all the lighting and the structures are they're just pointing up into the sky, into the night sky, into the remaining space above. And I just liked that everything was going in that one direction. So I did choose this one. Again, it was one that I thought, oh, this is going to be quite nice. And this is from Mandrew over on Steam. Again, I kind of swapped between them as I see some great shots. If they're just... they've got to be a little bit different. They're always something that just will stand out from the rest. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of the other shots are fantastic. Yeah, I used this kind of sky as just a normal reference. So yeah, I do like to find just that little different one. It's just got to inspire a little thought as soon as it, and download it does just stand out. Again, not one of the favourites within the team, not one of the favourites, but there are some doozies. There are some doozies. Spoofy, I saw. Sorry, Spoofy Allen over on on Facebook. There, I did see the question. Are you going to beatbox for us? No, beatbox is definitely not a talent that I have. Eric, he had an amazing talent for it, and yep, he did a wonderful job with us. But yep, beatboxing is not my thing. Definitely not my thing. Oh dear. So yeah, if you've got any more questions, just keep them coming. I'm trying to see them as they come through the chat so I can answer them. Space Dogs and I too struggle sometimes on high difficulties and situations, but the game is made to be enjoyable at the end of the day. Love you, Gary. Thank you very, very much for that. What I will say, and I think it's the same for any game that has difficulty levels. If you come across something that you find is frustrating or difficult, there is no shame and there's nothing attached to it of dropping down that difficulty. We've kind of all done it to a degree, if it's like, oh, this is you either over level so you become much stronger, which is obviously another option, or you can, in our game, you can change without penalty the difficulty down just to make it a little bit easier. So by all means, one or the other, it's entirely up to you. So never be afraid to do that. Right, next up we have a very wide screenshot from a very, very fiery place. And do you know the irony is of this one? And it wasn't just because the shot is obviously a widescreen and the kind of volcanic nature of this place, but it was actually the username, and this is actually from Fake Sauron. Over on Steam. Now, obviously, if you know anything about Tolkien and Lord of the Rings and everything, Mordor and Mount Doom obviously was very volcanic as well. But I just thought the shot was good, very nice widescreen, but also the username was just perfect. I just thought it kind of brought it together in a kind of ironic way. And I don't think he only takes these kind of shots, but I think it was perfectly apt for the situation. I can well imagine with a lot of people how that would entail. So that was the fifth choice out of everybody. Now this one, I think this one I chose from Steam again, only because of its simplicity, and I don't mean this in any way derogatory or anything like that. I just think that there's certain elements of this ship going off into the distance, wherever it's traveling, wherever it's heading, with the supporter pack, obviously the glow and the different engine effects and everything. And I just thought, you know what, that's so simple yet so effective, because it really just stands out on the screen, yet it's not too jarring on the eyes. In terms of like, that's the only thing you can see, because I think it blends very, very well with the background, with the nebula and everything that you can see. And this was from Supercharged over on Steam, and this was our sixth choice. Kind of, I'm building up in the numbers, so obviously we got this would be. We've got 4 more to come, and those are some absolute splendiferous shots as well. Now this one, I loved, and many of the team did as well. But it isn't the best shot that the team have picked. But I think this is wonderful. It's like the tilt and shift kind of viewpoint. Obviously, you've got the planet in the background, which is in soft focus, but it makes this ship look like a toy. Like you literally want to just reach out and grab it, and that you can manipulate it because it is such a wonderful shot. And this is from Raisland over on Steam. And again, color scheme, maybe not to everybody's taste, but it looks like a toy. And I think that's what hit me. I thought, that looks so real. And I think it's because of the tilt and shift that they've kind of applied to it as well, that it just brings it such a way into focus. Tilt and shift is kind of mind-boggling how it works, and I won't ever try and explain it because I can't even get my head around it, but it is very, very cleverly done, this one. So yeah, Raisland over on Steam. I do implore everybody anyway, if you want to go to our Steam page and then have a little look at the screenshots, you can see what everybody's put on there, and you'll see all these screenshots, and I dive back. I've actually just noticed, it looks like there's a little face there. He's like, He's like a not happy little face. He's like, I just noticed. I cannot unsee it now. He's got a tiny little face. It's almost like the grumpy transformer. It's like, not to do. I never noticed that before. Oh dear. Right, so that was Raisland. Now we're getting to the 3rd place. Okay, and this one is probably from someone who you've seen before. Now, I will say that there's maybe some image manipulation on this one, only because I know that it's YFP who is the image purveyor for this one, has actually done some manipulation previously, but I think it's still an amazing screenshot of this stinger. It's just fabulous. It really, really is. He posted it on Steam again. Steam have been bringing out their rare game recently. I really have. But the coloration is just lovely. I really, really like that with the grey and like the kind of copper, deep brass looking kind of image as well. So absolutely superb. What more can you say? He positions and composes those screenshots really. Yeah, sorry, Scout, not Stinger. Decevian, what might be the talent you'd like to offer us after the stream? Musical talent or anything you want to hone and improve that is an appropriate shenanigan? I haven't really thought about it, to be fair, Decevian. I'm not as musical as I'd like, but so I probably won't be doing any shenanigans. You might get the odd poem from time to time if I feel inspired. We did have one a very long time ago, but yeah, it's to be honest with you, it's time doing these things with Eric and his beatboxing. It was very much on the fly, and it's very creative in that way. So. Even the teasers were singing though. Fair. Spooky reminds me of Mercy from Overwatch. Yeah, I can see that with the wings. Yeah, definitely. Beautiful look indeed. So that was the 3rd choice. It wasn't even our top choice. I mean, I don't know what the world's coming to when you think that's not coming. So in 2nd place was this one. And this is from Vortex Lash over on Steam. So all you Bomber fans with the Arc 9000, I think it may look very simple, this shot. However, I think this was very, very difficult to pull off. For the reason being is that obviously while you're doing the Dreadnought missions, you're getting attacked quite significantly. But it also creates such a massive centralization of the image is so difficult to do. So difficult to do. Now, you could argue he's not doing any damage to the Dreadnought. He isn't. However, he has just destroyed whatever was coming out of the bays. Absolutely out of the bays. Alexandra, so your Vortex Lash. Well, there you go. You can have a round of applause. There you go. Have a little round of applause. Thank you for joining us. But yeah, I like that. See, once we know the names, but a wonderful shop. So, Alexandra, over on YouTube, we just need to ask you the kind of question. How long did it take you to actually get this screenshot? Did it take you a while, or did it just happen as a nice, happy little accident? Because we want to know. We want to know how often it took you. The only thing that I noticed, and it's not a criticism because it is a wonderful shot, by the way, is that it wasn't just perfectly central. And that is a totally minute critique. But again, it's so difficult to do, to try and get things to line up, because I know that you're under pressure, you're firing the shot, you're putting it into photo mode, and then here's that. I am absolutely nitpicking. I'm sorry, I'm absolutely, yeah, for about half an hour. See, half an hour. That's how difficult it was. But yeah, that's all it was. I literally, because I thought, oh, initially I thought that was part of your ship. I honestly did. I thought that was part of your ship, but then I realized that that's the canopy, and then the bit behind it was just thingy. But yeah, sorry, nitpicking. I've not criticized it. It was a little nitpick. People are like, I'm not coming back to this bloody stream. This guy just picks bloody images all the time. Let him do better. Yeah, absolutely great shot though, Alexandra. Well done, well done. And you were the second choice. Now, there was a very distinct winner. And to be fair, it did win. Not by much, but it still was the most popular. And it is this one from somebody from our Discord. And it is Sorry. I'm not saying sorry. That's his username. Sorry. A PlayStation player of very high skill as well. But if you have been using this weapon, you will have known Dragon Breath, whatever you want to call it, can bring a wonderful style. Now, the sweeping arc and then capturing that perfect moment took probably some doing. Now, Sorry, he's normally in the streams, but he's not with us tonight, so we can't give him too much praise, but we'll have to make sure that we let him know on the Discord. But this is the top pick. This is the Rockfish Games dev top pick, literally, for this week, and it speaks for itself. The wonderful arcing, the great imagery. I don't actually know who designed the effects for this Inferno weapon, but we do a good job. I mean, you know, I know I work for the team, but yeah, the team artists do a wonderful job, and we're very, very lucky to have them on the team. Frog, yeah, as a frog. Bearded Frog approves of the green, and yeah, obviously there's so much more going on, and it's such a contrast to the dark background as well. But it's wonderful screenshot and a worthy winner. But a round of applause to all the rest of you for doing a great job when you send them in, posting up, and putting them there to be nitpicked. Sorry, but you know, you do a great job. Jesse, is that weapon effect possible because of Unreal Engine 5, or would it have been possible in 4? I would hazard a guess that it's probably available in 4. Would it have looked as good? I don't really know, but definitely it does look gorgeous in Unreal Engine 5. Right, we're getting close to the time because I just need to wrap up one or two little things. And that is just to say that at the moment, just sales-wise, just so that you are aware, we've got the PlayStation Essential Pick, which is for EVERSPACE 1, and that is currently 80% off. So if you want to dive into EVERSPACE 1 on your PlayStation, it is there available for 80% off. Good Old Games made in DAC is 80% off for EVERSPACE 1 and 60% off on EVERSPACE 2. So there's a sale over on Good Old Games if you want to dive in there as well. And then we've got the Humble Bundle Halloween Festival, which is 50% off for EVERSPACE 1 and EVERSPACE 2. So if you want to buy in for the Humble Bundle, which can go towards charity as well, that is entirely up to you. Now, in the future, obviously I'm going to be hosting, but as you were with us a week or 2 weeks ago when Eric was here, we did our first ever Rockfish dev stream with wonderful Jan, our quality assurance manager. we've got more lined up and more coming. I'm going to be doing the interviews. So we'll have some of the team members coming on for an interview, pre-recorded interview, where we're going to find about their jobs, their roles, their aspirations, and everything else. And we may even get one of the voiceover artists on as well. Ooh, yes, indeed. I won't tell you who. But that's for the future. Right, folks, I am out of time. I've got a week of leave next week, so I need you to be all on your best behavior. But the team are going to be looking after you. Lee, Michael, and everybody else are going to be taking care of your needs while I'm taking a break. So I will see you in a week's time. And then we'll be preparing again for another stream. How wonderful. How wonderful. But appreciate you joining us as always. If you have any questions, even while I'm away, please do put them into the Discord, into the chat, onto the social media, everywhere else. I've been Gary. I've been your host, and it is always my pleasure to be your community manager. And I hope you can join us for more of these in the future. But yeah, Bearded Frog a week after I come back. So I'm off for next week, and then it'll be the week after that. But I appreciate you as always. Thank you very much to Lee for collating all the questions. Thank you for everybody being awesome. Yeah, you really are. And we love you to bits. Hope we can see you again very, very soon. In the meantime, folks, take care. Be good. We'll see you in the next one. Toodles for now.